Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Tonight is another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards. Tonight's going to be taking place at the Emerald Mother. And, well, David will be arriving with his half-brother Xander, and he'll be wearing a jacket and a pair of jeans. And when he goes to the entrance of the bar to go in, of course it will not be the troll bouncer that greets him at the door, but one of the other bouncers.
No.
And David won't turn over any weapons, and will, go inside, because he doesn't have any weapons. He just has a tattoo on his back.
That looks like a weapon.
Yeah. Before heading up to the bar, where good luck getting service.
Yep.
As for my character, I come in the same looking clothes as I did the other night, except if you were there the other night, you can tell some of the grease stains have migrated to different places on the shirt, and there are different holes in the pants now. I look and smell like a wolf and just grungy, and like I haven't really washed because, hygiene.
None of which, of course, none of which David notices, other than the fact that he looks messy.
Yeah. But I do have shoes on.
Oh, that's good.
And I go to the bar and order my usual snake blood with whiskey and I think it's whiskey and tequila.
Yep.
Snake blood.
Serena comes in next. She hands over her backpack, and she's sort of clutching her head, and she runs right up to the bar, slams some money down on the counter, goes immediately around the bar without asking permission, grabs a bottle of whiskey, and sits down and starts drinking.
Yeah, David will. Actually, I'll let Tank enter if he wants.
I'm probably already dead, being a bouncer. So
Yeah.
I'm taking away from you guys. No. I really know that you got a horribly painful. So that the other people deal with you if you got trouble.
Yeah. This not-so-banal person has dropped off a fairly banal object with the weapons check.
Okay.
Yeah. When David notices Serena drinking heavily at that,
Yeah.
he'll go up to her and ask, what's wrong?
My friend won't stop shutting up. She says, pointing to her forehead, and she downs a swig of whiskey, and she says, "Just about the only way I can get him to stay quiet."
Oh man. Going to be drinking pretty hard then, probably.
Probably, because he's got some new damn idea about wireless communication that is about 50 years out of date.
Oh, is he trying to reinvent Wi-Fi or something?
More like trying to reinvent shortwave.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's worse than I
And
thought.
considering that he has no hands except for mine, and that he won't listen to me, that's already been invented. She takes another swig.
Why don't you pull up the research on shortwave transmissions? And
I did, but he thinks he can do it better. And none of his ideas really seem to help.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we tried doing it his way, now we're doing it my way.
I'll be right back.
Well, let me know if you need more than that. Yeah, as far as
Yeah.
the alcohol goes.
I think he's quieting down.
Oh, that's good. Hmm. Oh, speaking of, while I'm thinking about it, I have been working on trying to set up a semi-functional research lab.
All right. And when can I get access to said lab?
As soon as I can get it up and running and functioning, you are more than willing. If you're willing, you are more than welcome to help.
I could probably help during one of my more lucid moments, she says, slurring a bit because she just downed 2 giant swigs of whiskey. It's
Yeah.
I want to build things to take out those damn power armor suits. Got an idea of a small microwave generator in a grenade. And she reaches in through her coat and she pulls out a rolled up sheet of paper and she unrolls it and it's schematics for the fucking thing. And it's basically is a cylinder about the size of a football.
Yeah.
With capacitor in the back, magnetron in the middle, with a little antenna in the front, and some arms that clamp down on it as soon as it hits the target. So basically, what it does is it clamps down on the target. It tries to find the resonant frequency of the armor plating so that the microwaves can penetrate it, and then it dumps excess microwaves into the circuitry.
Yeah.
Basically, localized EMP.
Yep. And David looking over it, he would actually understand it. I mean, when you've got Crafts 5 and high tech.
Yeah,
Crafts 4 and high tech, Technology 3, Computers 3, Science 3, and Physics.
Actually,
and
make a quick technology plus perception check because she did use some hypertech in this.
Yeah. Oh,
Technology? Just straight up technology?
Technology and perception.
Sorry.
Let me hunt those. Oh yeah, I forgot. Perception was basically my... No, perception wasn't my dump. Who am I kidding? Boom.
Dos.
Okay.
3.
In theory, it should work, but a computer that can determine the resonant frequency of something based on the microwaves bouncing off of it should probably be a bit bulkier and use more sensors.
I've got a hard drive or a flash drive with an infinite storage space in my pocket. I mean, I've got hypertech on me. This isn't news.
No, you've got Spirit Tech on you.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, no, it's this device is doing some things that it has to be doing some things that the schematics aren't showing, but it looks like it should work.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what I can easily tell.
Mm-hmm.
But since I'm used to techno fetishes and the like,
it's what would be considered coincidental hypertech.
Yeah. 1 second.
So yeah, you throw one of these at one of those fuckers like a football, and it clamps on, and it fucks with all their electronics. No more power armor.
Yep. Do you know if the power armor uses computers in it? Well, or processing of any kind.
I will actually roll Hypertech plus Intelligence. It does have computers in it, but it uses a human brain as a coprocessor.
Hey, did you guys get the ball yet? Just out of curiosity.
Sorry, what?
Did we get the what?
Have you guys left the ball yet? I mean,
No, we're still in the bar.
no, I mean not in the ball, but by the counter.
No, we're still by the counter.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna get 20 feet away from you still. Keep an eye on you.
I'll kind of look up and notice you and say, hey, I think I saw you from the other night. What's your name
Me?
again? Yeah.
Hank. He yells across the room.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you again, Tank.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Serena.
Hi.
And
Hello,
David
Serena.
takes and she takes another swig straight from the bottle of the whiskey.
I thought I was the alcoholic.
What kind of whiskey are you drinking, anyways?
Cheap off the shelf.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Not Rutgut, but probably like Jack Daniels.
Oh. Yeah.
So it's like not really fancy whiskey, but it's off the shelf.
Yeah.
And Serena will look at Tank and she'll say, you don't got someone sitting in your head constantly talking to you 24/7 when you just want to sleep. She slams back another swig.
Have you maybe thought about a therapist?
I had to escape a fucking psych hospital because they gave me electroshock therapy, and that was not fun.
I'm terrified
Here's
to
a-
ask, but
Here's the
what?
thing. Don't worry, I can handle it.
Are you part of the Alliance?
The last alliance of men and elves. Swig.
That's the Alliance, nothing but elves?
There's people around. Let's talk somewhere. Let's talk somewhere else.
It's a
Okay.
Lord of the Rings reference.
And with that, Serena's going to do Mind One, and hey, look, she's sober again. And she's moving like she's drunk, but she cricks her neck a bit, and she goes, she cricks her neck, she adjusts her glasses, and she goes, okay, I think I can clear my head. Let's talk private room,
Yes.
because there are
Too many people around, yes.
there are sleepers around. And she looks over at David. I did drink a lot of alcohol, and I just cleared my mind and not my body. Do you mind giving me a hand?
Yeah. He'll take the bottle in one hand and, help you with the other hand.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'll be right back, okay?
Yep.
And on
Hey,
the
I'll-
walk there, he'll probably take a couple swigs of it himself, and you'll notice that it doesn't even seem to faze him at all.
That's fine. She drank like a quarter of the bottle, and she's
Well-
got like stamina 3, so that was pretty heavy drunk.
Well, David's got stamina 5, plus he's in a form that he's regenerating in,
Yeah.
which means he's purging the alcohol from his system as fast as he can drink it.
Yep. And Serena doesn't have life 2, so she can't cure herself of the poison. So she has his mind 1, so she can think like she's sober.
Yeah.
So She slumps over into a chair in one of the side rooms. All right,
David
so yeah,
probably sit across from her.
Tank, was it?
Yes.
I'm a mage. Hi.
Oh. Maze? Is that like one of them Time Lord people I met yesterday?
I don't know of any Time Lords. I'm a son of Ether.
Hold on.
Well, Ari, one of the highest ranked people in the city, at least within the Order of Hermes, is Adept Major Jackson, who is a time mage.
That's fine. I haven't met him in character.
Yeah.
I know Ether, E-T-H-E-R.
E-T-H-E-R.
Oh. Okay. Well, I met this person this day. So he was in the House of Tentacles?
That has to do with the Alliance. I don't know much about that. I'm new in town.
Oh.
I
Okay.
take it you are too?
I just arrived in town. I'm gathering information right now. Everything.
These two are werewolves, and apparently all of us creatures of the night aren't supposed to hit each other. So
Yeah, it's part of a gigantic alliance of some sort.
Yeah, apparently it's cups, swords, staves, and pentacles.
okay.
Well,
that makes sense with mages being pentacles.
With some of the technology researchers that I've met that were working with, well, what looked like a very impressive AI is part of the Pentacles.
Yeah. Serena's going to look around the whole room. She's going to say, not all mages wiggle their fingers, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
The staves are
if I had
vampires.
To guess, if I had to guess, it'd be vampires. And I'm guessing you guys are swords.
That's
cups.
I think that's what we were told a couple days ago.
I believe I'm a cup. Or something like that.
Yep, someone who made these things has a sick sense of humor. Self-deprecating humor for the wind.
Yeah, apparently. You guys are horribly painful for me, so please keep the distance. And, I already know that I'm in the corner right now, away from you guys. I don't. For werewolves, I thought you guys were more nature-based. Tree huggers, no offense. But yeah, you're dark.
I think he's one of them changeling people.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, forgive me. My name is Tank. I'm a troll.
How tall is your human main?
My human meat? I think I said about 6'3".
Yeah. And so Serena's gonna give you a squinty look and go, "You don't look trollish."
We're in the private room, right?
Yeah, we're in a private room.
I'll really streaming. I think it's a streaming, and go back to normal. Probably bump my head on the roof.
Well, that's not how changeling works.
I know. I'm new to this thing. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. You are constantly experiencing two worlds at the same time. Okay, you're experiencing the gray world and the chimerical reality. The gray world is what everybody sees. It's the normal, everyday world. Chimerical reality is the world of imagination. And in that world, you're a troll.
Yeah.
but you're cloaked in the banality of a human body in this world because if you were a troll in this world, banality would eat you.
Oh yeah.
So your human mane is sort of your defense against the banality of the world just eating you. In order to show us, you neither need to enchant us or call upon the weird, which would just basically be enchanting the whole world around you. And with these two banal people in the room, that's probably not a good idea.
No, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, because
I know
banality would eat you alive.
Yeah. So I look at you.
Thought-
I look at you and I go, "That's funny. You don't look trollish."
I do have a question for you, Ari, because you know more about the dreaming than I do.
Yeah.
Would I look like my breed form to him?
No.
Okay, that's good.
You look like you are. You look like a hole in the fucking chimerical reality.
Yeah, because if I look like my breed form, then 9 foot tall furry Cuisinart to death would be applicable.
No.
By 9 foot, I mean.
Yeah. In the dreaming, people look like people. It's just they have chimera wandering around them. But the less banality you have, the more colorful and bright you look in the chimerical reality. In your case, you look like you're a hole in reality.
Yeah,
You're a
because
freaking black hole.
Yeah, because I'm pretty much hitting or exceeding banality 10.
Yeah, and Serena, on the other hand, Tank, she would look a bit more colorful than the average human. And if you make me a quick perception kenning roll, you might be able to tell more.
Ari, I do have a random question.
Yes.
I do have a totem spirit.
Yes.
In fact, pretty bamf one, considering,
Who'll
It's-
be your totem?
Wolverine.
So you have to call everyone Bub.
No.
Okay, what do I need to make one now?
Perception kenning. If you have no kenning, then just straight perception.
Oh, 4 lights.
Yep.
Awesome.
So just use dice stream and roll 4d10.
Okay, there you go. And whoa. No. Not to roll 40. Well, there's one of them.
Yep.
If you click the D10 on
Ah.
the dice itself,
We'll just count the first 4. So that's 2 successes. On 2 successes, you might be able to tell that there's another mind within Serena.
That's not good.
Yeah, there's another thinking and imagining thing stuck in her head.
Do you know what's in there?
Nikola goddamn Tesla.
Nikola goddamn Tesla. You mean the founder of the true founder of electricity?
Mm-hmm.
really?
I don't believe Einstein did jack shit. Sorry,
Edison, you mean?
Edison, right? So,
He didn't agree with
I
Einstein
need
either,
more
but that's fine. Edison and Tesla were both mages, and they had a disagreement about the future of their tradition.
oh,
And
how
I'm
it
his reincarnation. Lucky me. And she grabs the bottle of whiskey, takes another swig.
Salt, peppermint.
my curtains. This is most interesting. So the last maid I met was quite cryptic about his upbringing.
You mean Chris's
I
character?
think I hear the cleric. Some super holy cleric, the way he defied everything.
Yeah. I'll tell you this much. Mages don't agree on what we are. If that makes sense.
Yeah, kind of.
And it's a constant struggle for us to deal with, to decide what differences are tolerable and what differences aren't. So there are lots of what are called crafts, which espouse different viewpoints on what magic is and what we are, why we're here. There are certain crafts that are religious. There are certain crafts that basically believe in Harry Potter magic. There's certain crafts that believe in alchemy, or there's crafts like mine that believe in science.
Well, the way he explained it was you believed hard enough and have enough willpower, and it happens.
That's another thing.
So I
We
just
are puzzled. We're what's called awakened.
Awakened?
Yeah, which means that we understand parts of the world that those mortals out there can't. Those mortals out there are shaping reality as we speak. They just don't realize they are. It's their subconscious mind is making the walls of reality stronger around them. But I, with enough training and damn the consequences, could then break those rules of reality.
Okay. So mazes just bend reality to the will.
Yeah, but we got rules, because if we break those rules, then reality bends us back.
So reality basically just zaps you.
Yeah, if you fuck with reality, reality fucks you.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun at all.
Nope. So you gotta tiptoe around reality, you know? You gotta do things that could be just a coincidence, but you know you did it. The most successful mages just look like they're lucky bastards.
Yeah. Was Merlin really a maze, or that's just
Before my time. Before my time, though I've met a couple of mages claiming to be Merlin during my training. Sometimes mages embody something called a legend, and sometimes you can work to actually gain one. And if you have a legend, then you can, and you act according to your legend, then you can gain power from it.
Interesting.
Just like, because I'm his reincarnation, my legend is Tesla. Lucky me, he did drink before Prohibition, she says, taking another swig.
Well, do you by chance have an enemy of the reincarnation of Edison?
Not to my knowledge, but we have the organization Edison joined.
Huh, what was that?
The Technocracy.
The Borgs.
That's what their end goal is, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been told once already.
Yeah, they're bad. Edison left the group that... Okay. How do I explain this? She says as she tries to get Mind One back up to counter the alcohol she drank after clearing her head. At this point, she can barely move because she's so damn drunk, but all of a sudden her mind's cleared again. Okay. So the Sons of Ether used to be called the Electrodyne Engineers.
Okay.
And the Electrodyne Engineers were part of the Order of Reason, which would eventually become the Technocracy. And we discovered a thing called the Ether, which was the idea of it was that it was a substance in space that you could propagate light through and you could use it to do things. Because if space is an ocean, then that means you just need seafaring vessels to travel through it. Make sense?
Yes.
So we ended up using it to do amazing things. We landed a man on the moon a century before Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, I can believe that.
We had
Wait 1 second. I
We
was told
had-
beforehand the moon landing was faked by the government. That. Okay.
no, the moon landing wasn't faked,
Okay.
but we actually landed someone on the moon about a century earlier. So we had official recognition by Queen Victoria. We had actual stuff that we were helping humanity do. We were starting to come out with tools that humanity could just use, and making human lives a better place, a more utopian society. The technocracy didn't like that. They thought we were going too fast. So what they did was they convinced some scientists to run a test to see if the ether existed. And they changed the results of that test to show that it didn't.
Okay.
That means that all of a sudden those scientists published in scientific journals the ether doesn't exist. And then over the course of the next 10 years, that filtered through the entire education system, and all of a sudden all the sleepers thought that the ether didn't exist, and it didn't.
Perish or publish, as they say.
Exactly. So we left the technocracy over that. Edison was part of a faction that stayed.
Yeah. Not a fan of Edison, like I
And
said.
Tesla was the head of the tradition at that point. And that's why we're called the Sons of Ether. Because from its death, we were born.
Interesting. Very interesting. So,
And what we want to do is we want to bring the wonder and joy and creativity back into science and make it so it's not a reductionist. Make it so that it's not about eliminating ideas and more about opening possibilities.
okay.
So since you're very tech-based, are you friends with the new guys that rolled into town?
I don't know of any new guys that rolled into town. I've been stuck in a drunken stupor trying to get Tesla to shut up about shortwave radio.
Well, I would ask for your autograph, but that seems kind of pointless now, you know?
I don't think I could really move my arm well enough to make an autograph, she says, flopping it around a little bit.
Like I said,
I don't have the magic to heal myself. I've only got the magic to clear my mind.
yeah.
Well, hold that thought. I'm going to make a roll.
If you have Mother's Touch, you can clear the poison.
He does. That's what he's rolling for, I think.
Yep. 3.
You only need one success because it's benign poison.
Yeah, but he wants to see how bad he stomps it into the dirt with his, 9 dice.
7.
7 dice.
And what's your age?
She doesn't have any.
0.
So I just failed.
Yeah. Get your hands off me, you werewolf.
Do it that time.
Okay, and then the second time you touch her, she goes, okay, that hurt.
So,
You guys can heal people? That's new.
It isn't.
New to me.
Thank you.
Well, at least you got Tesla to start yapping on about something other than shortwave radio.
Oh, no, what are you talking about now?
He wants to figure out how they heal people.
Faith. More specifically, Gaia.
There you go. You satisfied? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think he's going to be quiet now.
I'm just waiting to see what he says. So,
But I thought Mother's Touch was taught by Bear or Unicorn.
Technically, it's just an extension of Gaia's will, since all
Uh,
spirits are.
This is true, but I was getting more specific.
Also, water spirits can teach it.
Not according to the book.
Other changing breeds can learn it from water spirits.
Yeah, Guru only learned it from Bear or Unicorn, which is sad.
But yeah, I know Rokia can learn it from water spirits because they learn almost everything from water spirits.
Or sharks.
Or water spirits that are shaped like sharks, and when they growl at you, they shoot sharks at you.
Yeah.
Anyhow. So yeah, Serena says, so yeah, that's who we are.
interesting. Interesting. Do you guys know anything about the demonic priests that were taken out here in town?
That apparently happened right before I got here.
Same here.
That apparently, well, put it this way. If it wasn't for layovers, unexpected delays, and time zones, we would have made it here in time.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's
Well,
what happens.
yeah,
we got
well, we
told
don't
about-
exactly have a time mage in our group now, do we, to keep us apprised of all this stuff.
You don't want to mess with time magic willy nilly.
Yeah, I know.
Serena looks
That's what the
looks
one
like
guy
crazy
said.
concerned. No, it's there's a spirit named Wrinkle.
Wait. Like Rip Van Winkle?
Spelled the same, but he doesn't act the same.
Okay.
He is the guardian of time. And if he doesn't like what you're doing with time magic, he will erase you from the timeline and nobody will remember you ever existed.
Winkle, hold on. Alright, I'm just putting up little markers on my journal so I can fill them in after this. So, man,
Yeah, you really don't want to mess with time. And she just looks like she's wide-eyed because she's remembering when Tesla had to bump into the dude. Yeah, you don't want to mess with any paradox spirits, but Wrinkle's a dick.
do you think any other god that to be wary of?
Well, you should be wary of any technocracy person. You should be wary of an Effendi. You probably should be wary of marauders.
Marauders?
Well, think about it this way. We are actively imposing our will on the universe. What happens if a mage goes
Crazy.
not just crazy, but delusional crazy?
I thought you were going to say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh,
Well, it's specifically, what if a mage sees reality as something it's not?
that's true.
We diagnose him with schizophrenia.
No,
It sounds like he made his own
he diagnoses reality with schizophrenia.
Well, isn't reality just our own perceptions and intuitions into what we can see and perceive around us?
To
So
those,
to
those sleepers out there, yes.
one person's reality is completely different from another's.
Yes, but I can't impose... Okay. I can impose, but if I was a Marauder, I would be actively imposing my delusion on you, and your version of reality would match mine, and all of the laws of physics would match mine.
So you're saying the technocracy is a marauder?
No, the technocracy are trying to impose their stuff on theirs, not necessarily with complete success. Marauders, okay, let's say I had a delusion that the sky was purple.
It
All right?
sometimes is.
No, just all the time, complete grape-flavored purple.
Then I think your vision's wrong.
Can you let me finish?
Mhm.
If I was a Marauder who had that delusion, for an area about, well, it depends on how powerful the Marauder is, but for an area around the Marauder, everyone would see the sky as purple and would believe it has always been purple, including retroactively.
Wait, but then wouldn't this thing you call paradox kick in and...
Nope,
Is that
because
them?
Marauders impose their paradox on reality, which means that they are incredibly dangerous if they get powerful.
That sounds very smart of them.
It's smart of them, but it's not something they're doing consciously. And there are 3 ways to deal with a Marauder. You can kill them, you can cure them, or you can make them go so crazy that reality boots them out.
Hmm.
And if at that point they get to be pumped into the Umbra somewhere, they get to become gods of their own realm.
Sounds fun.
So
Sounds
the better
terrifying.
option is just kill them.
Yeah.
Usually, the problem is that non-mages, I don't know if changelings or werewolves would be able to notice, but I know that sleepers do not. Non-mages don't even know that they're entering the Marauder's zone of influence.
As an out-of-character note, in the Marauder section of the Mage book, it says anybody that's crazy, such as changelings and the vampire crazies, cannot remember them right now.
Malkavians.
Noctavians are not affected by Marauders.
That's fine. I'm just saying that in character, I don't know that. Tesla's experience with Marauders would be, oh, there's one. Zap. Yeah, that'd be Tesla's experience with Marauders. He didn't work with changelings very closely, so yeah. Anyhow, I don't know if you guys would be unaffected. I know the sleepers are affected, including retroactively. So there's nothing like walking into this thing's frickin' bubble and seeing all of the cars replaced with horses because he believes the internal combustion engine was never invented, or it could be as simple as a guy thinking his wife never died. And those Marauders are mostly harmless. Mostly.
Or that cars are actually driven by gerbils.
Yeah. That's starting to get very, very kind of far. But when you start reaching into the guys who believe that gravity works in reverse,
Cool.
not really, because that means that everyone around him gets flung into space, and nobody remembers that they died as soon as they die in his bubble.
How is he not dead?
He's probably clinging on really hard.
Wait, if it's just a bubble around him, wouldn't they then fall as soon as they get outside of the bubble?
Yep.
But wouldn't that force them to fall back into the bubble, and so they fall
Yep.
back up?
Until they slide off the side of the bubble.
Or until some... or until something smacks them in the head inside the bubble. There are deadly marauders, and they're not fun.
No, those not fun at all. How do you tell if a mage is a marauder? Is there some special
Well, you
thing
need
you're
to.
looking for?
Mages can resist the effect of their bubble to some degree, and as they cross the threshold, they'll go, "Huh, reality's weird. There must be a marauder in here."
Oh boy.
Make sense?
Yeah, so I'm basically SOL.
I don't know, but still, that's how mages discover marauders usually. I once made a marauder NPC in a game who thought he was a changeling, thought he was a she.
Oh no!
That was fun. Anyways, but yeah, that's what a marauder is. Then there's also the Nefandi, who are what happens when a mage becomes a nihilist.
A Nefandi?
Yeah,
N-E-F-F.
Nephandi. Nefandi. Nefandi want to destroy reality itself. So they believe Oblivion is better than the way reality is. So the Nefant, what they end up doing is they damage the part of their soul that lets them do magic, and corrupts it and makes it so that they corrupt it and they make it so that everything it does corrupts reality to a certain degree. And they're bad news by themselves, but what's worse news is that if they die, that soul gets passed on with the damage.
That's not fun.
No, so you have not only Nefandi who are genuinely assholes who made this choice, but you also have Nefandi who inherit their damaged souls and have no choice.
And how do you handle them?
You have to actually remove their soul and destroy the part of it that does magic. It's not nice, and I wouldn't call living afterwards, but at least that means the damage is done and it isn't going to keep it being done. So you have to capture them alive and do this ritual.
Could you not create a device that could simply either capture their soul or perform the effect?
You could, but you need to be a mage capable of doing that effect before you could create such a device. And neither Tesla nor I were very adept at spirit magic. We focused primarily on forces. Yeah, watch this. You wouldn't happen to have a flashlight on you, would you?
Just the one on my phone.
Well, hand me your phone.
He'll hand you his phone after putting his thumb on it to unlock the screen.
Yeah. She's gonna pull the battery, and she's gonna close it back up, and she's gonna slip the battery under her chair, and she's going to drop the phone in her purse and then take it out again, and then she's going to adjust her ether goggles and cast a Forces 2 Prime 1 effect to actually power it without a battery in it. But she did that whole rigmarole to make it coincidental. And she's going to fail hard, but she's going to keep going.
Oh God.
Yeah. Hey,
Don't like
you don't
that.
botch. You don't botch as long as you had one success. So
Okay.
that was just a failure. So it's going to take her a while. But she keeps adjusting her goggles. She adds the lenses. She takes some of the lenses away. She writes down a formula next to the thing, and then she pushes the on button. And hey, look, it's got power.
Yeah, that's a neat trick.
Yep. It's about the only way I could demonstrate this without reality bending me back.
So,
Turns it off.
so
and-
the real problem is, both the Glasswalkers here have diagnostics. So we watched it go, issue, no battery, issue, no power, power, no problem.
Yeah. Actually, could you? I know there's a roll associated with diagnostics. Could you guys roll that with perception instead of the?
Diagnostics says you can. Let me look at
You can
it.
use it with a certain roll. I think it's like crafts for repair.
Diagnostics can tell with a glance what is wrong with a machine. And character automatically succeeds at all attempts to diagnose a problem with a broken technological devices.
Okay. What you can. All right. Because I didn't know you had that power. At least in character.
Yeah.
What your diagnostics would tell you is exactly that.
Yeah.
Lucky you aren't a sleeper, because otherwise I just did vulgar with witnesses.
Yeah. Instead, you just did probably vulgar.
No, it's coincidental. I went crazy out of my way to make it coincidental.
Yeah.
And besides, we don't count as witnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but no, it's just, hey, look, this device has power, and she turns it off again, and then she opens it up. Battery's still not there. Takes the battery, slips it back in, closes it back up. Here you are.
And he'll power it back on. It's kind of interesting watching it go from no power to power.
Hey, I don't know where it got that power from. It's one of the mysteries of the universe, she says with a big old grin.
Mysteries. Why?
But that's about the flashiest thing I can do without getting reality to bend me back.
What happens if reality hates you enough?
Oh, I could be kicked out of reality and never heard from again.
Well, if that happens, would we all forget you, or would you still remember?
Depends. If Wrinkle does it, you'll all forget me.
Okay.
Luckily, I don't mess with time. There's many things I mess with. I don't mess with time.
Huh. Very interesting. Huh. So what about you two over there? Werewolves. What's your opinion about everything?
I've got a lot of opinions on a lot of different things. So asking my opinion on everything means you're going to be sitting for a long time if you really want my opinion on everything.
I meant, on about the werewolf thing. what's your view about all this mazes and sainting and demon running around and people technology?
I can't say I've seen it all, but I've seen worse, and stranger things have happened.
You missing this Gaia? Who's Gaia?
Good thing we're in there, Mother.
Haven't you watched Captain Planet?
Oh, you mean I thought maybe Gaia was meant for something else. Oh, you mean like Mother Earth? Okay. Huh.
Actually, let's go with that one.
Yeah. Every time they say Gaia, I just keep hearing Whoopi Goldberg in my head. Because I guess I watched too much Captain Planet as a kid.
Yeah. Huh. Fighting today.
Chris, I'll let you fill this one because you know more about werewolves than I do.
Phil, what question?
Who is Gaia, or what is she?
The page already answered the question.
Does that mean if we're out of character, I'm asking this because I won't ask it in character because I'll get punched. Does that mean that if werewolves need to perform a group ritual, they have to say, "Let our powers combine"?
No. No.
Sometimes.
No.
Yeah,
What?
I'm asking that out of character.
Yeah. But, roughly speaking, yes. Gaia is Mother Earth. Technically the spirit of Earth.
Alright.
Alright, that works. Huh. That's right.
Yes. Well, Gaia is supposedly the mother of all spirits and all things. We deal heavily in the spirit realm as well. We follow the totem of Wolverine, which just so happens to be a spirit. He's a spirit of war. So,
Neat.
And technology is our preferred weapon.
which is controlled by another spirit.
So you focus more on technology than nature and love and peace and whatever that Gaia wants.
What was
As
the
the
term?
saying,
What was the term you said to me? Glasswalkers?
Yes.
yeah, we prefer the urban jungle compared to the regular jungle.
And have you never been in nature before? What makes you think that Gaia is peaceful and fun-loving and caring?
Oh, no. Gaia can be quite silly. I've seen the hurricanes and the tornadoes and other terrible things she can do.
And the lions and the tigers and the bears, oh my.
Oh, yeah.
Forget the wolves.
She can be silly when she's angry, I'm assuming. So she's been on my long, ever-growing list of people not to piss off.
Even when she's not angry, things
Yeah.
are quite scary. Just think of the deer and the panther. Prey are meals. Spiders eat.
Or think of Wolverine.
An
Ever
animal.
watched a Wolverine?
Every time
Animal.
you say Wolverine, I just think the X-Men Wolverine.
I keep waiting for them to call someone Bub.
Animal that is frightening for its own safety and survival.
Hmm.
It's best not to humanize Gaia. She will not be the best role model then.
Probably not.
Truthfully,
I think that if used properly, technology has the potential to make everyone's lives much better.
Yes.
Indeed.
And the Weaver is over the technology. The name.
And I'm gonna roll something real quick. Never mind, Tesla doesn't remember it.
Not at all. Tesla botched.
Yep.
Our time of the month is every day, don't you know?
Tesla's too busy being distracted by things.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, Tesla's too busy redesigning his earthquake machine in Serena's head. Yeah,
Sounds
build
fun.
this now! And then go onto a bridge and break it!
Break the bridge?
Break the bridge!
oh boy, I'll tell you what. I'm beginning to question what I got myself into.
At least we don't celebrate the worm. Or sponsor the worm.
Yeah. Wait.
There
What's
goes
one?
the rule of 3 again. There's always 3.
What's the worm? Is it that thing in the bottom of a Sakita bottle?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
the worm
wait,
has,
When I described the Nefandi, you immediately thought of it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Worm has a couple of different aspects. 3, again. Corruption, war, and I don't know the different aspects of the word, Chris.
Consumption,
Corruption.
because there's the devourer worm that just eats
Yeah.
and eats and eats and eats and eats and eats and eats
War.
and eats and eats. Drink a drink a drink. You really should drink a drink a drink.
There's the Eater of Souls, there's the Beast of War, and there is the Corruptor.
Hmm.
So, corruption, war, and consumption.
On.
The cold ones are an aspect of the worm.
Eater of Souls, Defiler, Worm, and Beast of War.
Hmm.
Oh. Okay, no, I see it now.
Anyhow. Yeah. So, what are your enemies? Since we're all discussing all of our various enemies, Mr. Tank.
Hmm.
Let me guess. There's some kind of crazy cosmic fey horror that's trying to eat the world that you're trying to stop.
I'm not really certain currently. I think my biggest enemy right now is banality. People who don't believe in and the dreams and the fun stuff.
Oh, neat. That means that your ultimate enemy is the technocracy.
Yeah, yes. That's how I guess you can say we're fighting the technology economy.
Yeah, because they want to make all of humanity have no imagination whatsoever and no freedom and no individual thought and all that fun jazz.
They basically want everybody to be one mind, hence the Borg.
Exactamundo.
What's wrong with the Borg?
Nothing's wrong with the Borg as a concept, but you wouldn't want to be one.
Oh.
Also, everything that's not human they want dead, so...
Yeah.
There is that.
That's not good. Okay, that means it's game over for all of us.
Yep.
So,
But we should all do our part to stop them. Because day's bad.
yeah.
Oh, but they make the best business partners.
And Serena just immediately looks at Xander like he just said the most racist, sexist, homophobic thing anyone could have ever said. And she reaches a hand behind her, and then she realizes, oh yeah, lightning guns out front.
You can tell I'm being sarcastic.
Okay, good. Because you do not want to work with them. Let me repeat, you do not want to work with them.
Yeah. Because if we do, they would take our things and turn them against us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not fun.
Well, actively denying that they exist.
Yep.
Well, truthfully, I just had a stupid dot. Never mind. Please proceed.
But depending on who you're around, stupid thoughts can be painful.
No. Well, it just came down to that. I met a maze who talked about spending time with them like yesterday, and talked about going back and things like that. And my thought, why don't you guys just go back to that one point and kill the people who changed the results of that one test, and therefore technology never existed. That's stupid thoughts.
Well, if I've been paying attention correctly, this paradox thing will have something to do with it. And if you go around changing what's happened,
Yeah.
it can get messy.
Reality wants to be consistent. And mages want to mages by their nature change reality. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So going too far too fast, like if I wanted to just make a jetpack out of just 2 trash cans and no fuel and strap it on my back and fly downtown, it would fit my paradigm, it would fit. It would fit my view of the universe, and it would fit with my abilities as a mage. The problem is that then people would look up and see me and go, "That's not possible," and their biases would summon paradox spirits to come fuck with me.
Oh boy.
It's what we call vulgar magic.
Vulgar magic.
And
Yeah.
from what I'm understanding, and from her reaction to time, this time magic, it summons vulgar spirits quite a lot.
It summons paradox spirits, yes.
Paradox, sorry.
Yeah. And the spirits themselves usually only make an appearance if it's very vulgar and you need to be punished.
Like this wrinkle guy.
Yeah. I mean, normally I've had a couple of brushes with paradox, but normally it just gives me a nosebleed. But I haven't tried anything too crazy. I just recall a story of an orphan who woke up, and he realized he was a mage. And he realized he had the ability to control forces, and the first thing he decided to do was build a lightsaber.
Oh god.
And so by the time the Etherites realized, hey, wait, there's a mage that awoke over there and got to his apartment, there was a nice big red stain and an exploded lightsaber, and they had to piece it together with time magic. Exactly what happened.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's coincidental. Using time magic to backtrack and see what happened in the past, that's coincidental. Actually going to the past and changing things, that's vulgar. Make sense?
Yes, yes. This is all quite interesting to me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what now. Magic, werewolves, vampires. I almost sometimes feel like, I just stepped into a cauldron of trouble when I walked into Hong Kong.
Well, that's our middle name, because we're the things that go bump in the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. But on the other hand, the really powerful mages can do literally anything.
But if they are that powerful, then
They generally hang out in the Umbra because there's less limitations there.
oh yeah.
Because anything's possible in the Umbra because there ain't no sleepers there.
Is the Emerald kind of like the Dream World?
It's. I recall there being an Umbra realm that is called the Dreaming Realm, and I'm going to roll Tesla's. I'm going to roll my past lives because Tesla would know better than I would. Yeah, there's an Umbra realm called the Dream World, but the Umbra is the spiritual and magical reflection of reality. I mean, am I right? Because I seem to recall that Tesla thinks werewolves know more about the Umbra than we do.
We do.
Yeah. It's the reflection of reality that... It's the reflections of reality that coalesce when reality faces the light that is thought and magic.
I would attempt to show you what the Umbra is, but it's beyond my current abilities at the moment.
Yeah, I do not have that particular sphere of magic either. But I can remember what the Umbra looks like because Tesla did have that sphere of magic.
I mean, I could go to the Umbra. I could look into the Umbra from where we're sitting. But
Yeah, I can remember it. I can kind of describe it. Its color is weird as soon as you enter the Umbra, and you can see spirits. And then the further out you go, you can start entering other realms, pockets of reality where different things are true.
One could say that, yes. Unfortunately, I haven't gone that far. Although it's really easy for me to slip occasionally. I haven't gone that far. I usually come back pretty quickly.
Interesting. So it's kind of like the dreaming. If you go too far out, it gets more and more dangerous.
Yeah. Especially remember what I said about the Marauders who got really crazy that reality kicked them out?
Yeah.
They end up in their own umbral realms, pretty far out. And remember what I said about us being able to resist their effects to some degree?
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time they get that crazy, we can't.
Oh boy.
And they are gods unto their own realms, and they are... Which does mean that stable realities deep in the Umbra can be made into quite fortified locations against the technocracy.
Could
Interesting.
the reverse be also true?
It could, but the technocracy prefer to stay closer to reality. They have penumbral bases orbiting the Earth.
Oh, I've never been. I've never seen them.
I'm just recalling Tesla actually working on one before they left the technocracy.
Fair enough. I'm pretty sure Luna would have said something if it was too intrusive.
I think they mostly use, if his information's still accurate, they mostly use it to monitor and to train new recruits.
Oh. Well.
And she rubs her temples a bit. Grow new VAT scans.
Let's
as far as
that's-
I know, as far as people knew, there's only ever been 6 space stations.
The technocracy hide their space stations in the penumbra.
Yeah.
As I said, we landed a man on the moon in 1869.
Wow. So
There's
stopping the
stories of werewolves having been to the moon millennia before that.
True, but I'm talking about using just awakened technology. I'm pretty sure that maybe the story of the Chinese guy who built a rocket chair and rode that to the moon, that probably was true because they thought it could work at the time. But we're talking in the midst of the Victorian era, with the limitations that I've told you about. We landed someone on the moon in 1869.
So why haven't the technology on the board? The technology gets taken over by now. What's stopping them?
Us?
Okay.
Yeah. There's us, and then there's how do I describe this? the Sons of Ether are probably the single biggest thorn in the technocracy side right now, because we have a extreme vested interest in their complete and utter destruction.
Interesting.
And we also remember how they work and have access to a lot of their old toys. It may be a century out of date, but the technocracy is all about not changing and slow incremental improvements. The old toys still work.
It's very interesting. Huh. I'm gonna regret asking, but what kind of toys are we talking here?
Come with me. And Serena gets up, and she takes one little tiny sip of the whiskey, because why not? Hey, I think they're kind of going to yell at me if I shoot in that alley again. You guys mind if we use one of your facilities to fire off the thing?
We can probably arrange at least something.
We don't own them.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll just go to this gun range I know, and he's cool with it.
Yeah, that works.
Come on.
What?
And she's gonna lead you. She's gonna go towards the night market, and there's a gun shop on the night market with a range in the back.
And
I'm gonna
David,
I'm
of
gonna
course, will
wave
be
at
following.
I'm gonna wave at the NPC that Brett never introduced me to, even though he promised to. Meh. And climb down the stairs to the gun range, and you notice that, and she picks up her backpack from the weapons check, and she reaches back and she pulls a ripcord, and all the cloth from the backpack drops right down, and it's a goddamn lightning gun.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, and she charges it up and fires a goddamn bolt of lightning down the range.
That's very interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to roll to see how much damage you do to the target?
No, it's a paper target.
Do you hit the paper target?
Let's find out. I got 3 dots of energy weapons, and I got 4 dots of dex now. No, I got 3 dots of dex, sorry. Yeah, I hit the paper target. Paper target is toast.
Well,
yeah. So now there's a paper target that is on fire because it just got struck by lightning.
meanwhile, David will reach into the back of his jacket and pull out a really modified shotgun, which will make everyone go, "What?" Probably because he didn't grab a shotgun at the bar. He literally just pulls a shotgun out of the back of his jacket.
If I had correspondence too, I'd just have a normal backpack that looked like this one. I could switch them.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, Serena doesn't flinch.
I like this.
And he'll point it at one of the paper targets. And 1 second as I roll the Dex firearms with bonuses from this gun. So there's probably not a paper target there anymore.
Probably not, because it's between the shotgun and the lightning gun. Crack-a-boom.
Yeah, well, I apparently rolled really bad on the damage, and it's only like 3 ag, but 19 dice to hit. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
America.
And
no, we're in Hong Kong, so
while yeah, and the character's never been to America, you know. And the part that should really surprise people, though, is the fact that it's a shotgun that is fully automatic, and it doesn't run out of ammo.
neat. If I had enough matter, I could do that too.
That is very neat. But wouldn't that eventually cause this paradox to go off if used in front of motos?
You'd think so, but luckily, 50 years of pop culture has told mortals that ray guns work.
Oh. Sounds good.
And besides, you can technically go, no, we're just filming a movie. Crack a boom.
Yeah.
I hear that only works a few times before
It does only work a few times, but
Times.
it does help. But also, what also helps is that it's a device, and the device takes the paradox, not me. So worst comes to worst, it breaks down, and I have to fix it.
Or it explodes and you die.
Not really. It generally just breaks down.
I guess that's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
And yeah, David will put the shotgun back on his back. You know, slide it down
And
his
disappears.
jacket, and the joys of dedicated weapons, where it's just like slides down his jacket, and it's gone. His tattoo's probably not in the same spot anymore, but
Very interesting.
that's why he wears a jacket. So that way people can't see that the shotgun moves.
I guess it would be pretty poor taste of me to take off my backpack and step inside it.
Yes.
So Serena redoes the ripcord and says, yeah, Tesla wanted to make these for the U.S. Army, and the technocracy kind of stopped him, but when I got his soul, he remembered where he stashed the prototype, so I picked it up.
Awesome. That is really cool.
Whenever the lab gets set up, I really would like to try and figure out how to reverse engineer it and create more.
Well, unfortunately now, the power supply is going to be a problem, because the power supply is magic.
It shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Yeah.
With the advancements in technology, the power supply can easily be replaced by something else.
Probably, but the technocracy have stymied battery technology pretty heavily. So
Yeah.
what you'd have to do is you'd have to mass produce magic ones and demonstrate them enough that people believe that they work, and then you can mass produce them with existing tech.
So, question. If I used my okay, so if I use my hammer now, would that get me eaten up by banality from you guys?
No, as long as you... Okay, you could use your hammer, but you'd have to enchant us for us to see it do anything, because it's chimerical.
That, and it wouldn't matter anyways, because after our enchantment's up,
We won't remember it.
Okay. Well, never mind. I just want to make sure an ass.
you could pull up the schematics for your hammer. Unless it just runs off of the dreams and stuff, like literally.
It
Yeah.
runs off of art.
Yeah.
It's a treasure, so
Then, yeah, we wouldn't be able to see it do anything. On the other hand, you can use it on people, and it'll still hurt them, because it hurts them mentally. Chimerical damage does hurt real things that way.
Let me see what it says.
Yeah, that's the only thing about changelings I hate is that you can't show off your nice little toys because they're all in your head.
Yeah.
It's why I was wanting to get Parted Mist or whatever it's called, the 3-point flaw for this game, but everybody was like, no.
Yeah, because it's not a flaw in crossover games. Not really.
No, they kept on treating it like a flaw. It's like a really horrible, absolutely horrible flaw.
But in crossover games, it just means that the other supernaturals can see you for what you are, which isn't really a flaw.
Yeah.
The Changeling ST and a couple of the other Changeling players spoke of their uneasiness with the flaw.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that mortals could remember, and the PLA could remember, and the technocracy could remember.
Yep.
Which is how it's a flaw.
Anyhow. So yeah, that's what we can do.
That's really interesting and terrifying too.
Yep. I mean, if I didn't care about Paradox at all, like say I'm on an Umbra quest and the rules don't apply there, then I could shoot lightning out of my hands. Try to do it here, and then hey, look, I get taken away by a Paradox spirit.
Meanwhile, I could shoot fire, and
I could,
does it affect me?
if you really wanted to, I could put together a bunch of stuff that look like it shoots a death ray and even if it doesn't have any power, I could make a coincidental death ray.
Was it going to look at like one of the death rays from the like 1920s black and white movies?
It could.
That would be interesting.
But yeah, I could totally power a vehicle like that.
You must
Device
be really
like
good
that.
with cars.
I'm pretty good with cars.
Like if you ever run out of gas, you can just be like, nope, it's not out of gas. The gas thing is broken.
Yeah, no, it's if you ran out of gas, I'd go like, no, I think there's another tank, and smack the car, and it works. Because that's a coincidence now, isn't it?
Sometimes. If the person doesn't own the car.
Either way. I mean, I'm used to know this one hermetic who would do something that would be considered entirely vulgar, but because he did it behind closed doors, then it wasn't. Specifically, he would look away from something and then look back, and just so happened to notice it was better than before. Do that with coffee. Ugh, this is terrible. He looks away, he looks back. Huh, I didn't realize you had Colombian coffee here.
Couldn't you do the same thing with dirt or grime?
Yeah. Or you could do the same thing with a car. You couldn't change, like, the outside, but as you close the door, you turn around, you look back, and hey, look, the interior is all nice and clean. I don't have enough understanding of matter to do that, but in theory you could, if you're careful about it.
I bet he had a really nice garage.
Yeah, the way it was described to me, and the lesson I've taken to heart is making a force field that stops all the bullets. That's vulgar. Making a
Invisible force field that stops some of the bullets?
no, just making it so the bullets just so happen to bounce off your belt buckle. That's a coincidence, you lucky bastard.
Wouldn't
just
the
making
true luck be the bullets just so happen to miss?
Yeah, that would also be coincidental. Or your clothing just so happens to be tough enough to take the bullets. You could be wearing armored clothing. Who could tell?
I've heard they made armored underwear, bulletproof underwear, so it doesn't really surprise me.
Exactly. That's how you deal within the coincidences.
But still, if you get shot in the crotch, bulletproof underwear or not, we're not having any more kids.
You're not having a good time, at least.
If you didn't excuse me, my break is almost over. I gotta get back to the bar.
See you later, Tank.
See ya.
See you later.
I'm gonna head back to the bar.
That's nice.
Do y'all want to call the scene here?
Sure, let's call the scene here.
Okay.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Thank you, wonderful people, for being wonderful people. And fuck you, Steve.
Fuck you, Steve.